So I want to talk about this. This is Nintendo's latest app for mobile called Nintendo Today. It's essentially a calendar for everything Nintendo related. Pretty straightforward, maybe a little excessive for what it is, just simply a calendar, but I think there's a pretty good reason as to why they're doing this. So what Nintendo's promising going forward is posting daily, starting with a new animation graphic as the day changes. On top of that, just showing things from the previous days as far as previous news that they've announced, like as of that day, maybe talking about like different characters, throw up like some pop-up quizzes. In fact, this is one of them that they decided to post. I wonder who it is. But then you can actually click on it and then it'll show you the character, a little brief summary about them and the games that they're featured in. And they have this nice little emote reaction thing just to gauge like how people feel about the character. It's kind of nice. I think this is pretty cool. This is just pretty much featuring a trailer that we saw for Pokemon Legends ZA. And it's the full-on video. We're going back to this page because it's actually really important, because they are also promising to post everything directly through the app as far as like the latest news. In this case, I can give you like an example because a few days ago they talked about the Legend of Zelda movie. Talked about it coming out like in 2027. They didn't share that anywhere else. It was just here. And that's the point, because one of the reasons that they're even doing this in the first place, I believe anyway, so that they have some form of control over the information that they spread out there. Yes, if you dig into the internet, you'll find people who leak a lot of information. Most of them incorrect, but there's also some that are like oddly valid, and we don't really know exactly why that is. But the idea is that we develop a good rapport with the app, therefore like with Nintendo themselves, so that we will continually rely on this app instead of any outside source. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work out though, but we'll see. I also think this is a pretty nice way for the Nintendo community, those who just kind of stay within this ecosystem of Nintendo, to just be well informed of just different game releases, as you can see in the actual calendar page, but also like in the news feed and whatnot, can be possibly introduced and curious for any other works that Nintendo does, and see if that's a bit of a better way to recommend things to people. Of course, if you're not really interested in any other game franchise from Nintendo and just want to focus on like a couple other ones, you do have that option the moment that you open up the app, and they'll just kind of walk you through some personality things, not too in-depth, just like what you might be interested in, and they'll just kind of cater to you. This is actually one of the additional settings that you can like check on and off if you want more information about like certain games here. They're probably going to expand it like in the future, but it's kind of just a handful of them going forward. A lot of mobile stuff, a lot of like online service stuff, because that makes sense. But like things like Animal Crossing New Horizons, I have checked down here. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm not sure if this is going to replace like my favorite way of like engaging in Nintendo stuff, which is kind of through YouTube and maybe like Twitter/X, but I think it's a pretty good start. What do you guys think?